the Six Sigma level of performance? Are you clear? Just in the chat box. Super. And so Six Sigma was originated in Motorola in 1980s, mid 1980s. Since then, globally, it is basically used. Okay. Now let's talk about lean a little. Okay. Now, when we want to talk about lean, we have to go a little back in the history and just go back to August 1945. Can somebody tell me what happened in August 1945? किसको हिस्ट्री में अच्छे मार्क्स मिलते थे? Who used to score good in history? What happened in August 1945? Type in the chat box quickly. Yeah, anybody? Independence? No, it was in 47. That's what I heard of. No. India got freedom in 47, not 45. Guys, come on. Yes, World War II. Fantastic, fantastic. It was World War II, which was officially ended in 1945 with Hiroshima and Nagasaki attack. Both these nuclear attacks. Since then, fortunately, we did not have any nuclear attack on this planet as of now in last almost how many? Almost 80 years now. Okay. And that's where United Nations, etc., got formed and all those things. Okay. Anyway, what happened to Japan after that? Japan was completely collapsed. Their economy collapsed. They wanted to rise from the ashes. And that is the time where Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers, JUSE, Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers, took the baton in their hand. And that's where Dr. Edward Deming. Have you heard about Dr. Edward Deming? Have you heard about James Juran, or Ishikawa? Have you heard some of the names? Just type yes in the chat box if you have. Absolutely. So Edward Deming, the Deming Award is given on the name of Dr. Edward Deming. Juran has given us a lot of gifts like Pareto analysis. Pareto analysis was the economic concept. Juran has brought it in the quality and process improvement. Plus quality circle like initiative Juran has given. Ishikawa has given us fishbone analysis. Fishbone. Have you heard about fishbone? Cause and effect. Right? So all these concepts have been given. Edward Deming has given us PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act, continual improvement cycles. Okay. So all these quality gurus has immensely contributed to Japanese quality revolution. And since then, a lot of concepts started to emerge from Japan. For example, let me just name a few for you. For example, if you have heard about them, let me know in the chat box. Okay. If you have heard about 5S, Kaizen, Pokayoke, Kanban, value stream mapping, TPM, TQM. Yes, have you heard about it? Taijunka, Jidoka. Yes, all these concepts are Japanese concepts. Yes, milk run and all those things. Yes, just in time, JIT. All these are Japanese concepts came after this entire, after this entire, what you can say, World War II. After that, 60s, 70s, 80s. These are the 3 decades where all the Japanese concepts started to come in. Okay. Now, meanwhile, the people who have just joined, this session is going to be a 4-hour session. At 1:30, we have a exam for certification. Okay. So your complete attendance and your examination, is important to get your certification. Okay. Now, so what is lean? Lean is defined as a set of management practices to improve efficiency and effectiveness by eliminating waste. According to Japanese, the waste is called as, in Japanese, the waste is called as muda, M-U-D-A, muda. And there are 7 different types of mudas, which we are going to discuss now. The core principle of lean is to reduce and eliminate non-value adding activities and waste. And they have identified 7 types of mudas, which are called as Team Wood, T-I-M-W-O-O-D. Everybody please type Team Wood in the chat box. Team Wood, T-I-M-W-O-O-D. And this question is asked multiple times. T-I-M-W-O-O-D. Yes, steam board. What is steam board? T stands for transportation waste. So see, understand this. The Japanese philosophy, the Japanese, the lean philosophy is completely different than the traditional way of looking at the things. Okay, according to Japan, according to this philosophy, transportation is the waste. So you will be surprised to know this. Now, how transportation is the waste? Because according to Lee, we transfer product from one point to another. That's it. Okay. In traditional thing, without transportation, we cannot transfer product from supplier to factory, factory from factory to warehouse, warehouse to distributor, dealer, retailer. This entire value chain is depending on transportation heavily. But Lean's philosophy, Lean's perspective is different. What Lean says, in transportation, you do not make any changes in the product. You don't add any value. You don't change any shape, size, property, color, anything. Are you understanding? So ultimately, you are not adding any value during transportation. You are only adding the cost. And that is the reason transportation, according to the Lean, is the waste. You need to reduce the transportation. Are you understanding? Yes? Okay. Now, the next one is called I for inventory. Inventory. Okay. Yeah. I'll explain you, Abhayji, what is overproduction and overprocessing difference. Okay. I'll explain. With the example, I'll explain so that you will appreciate that. Okay. I for inventory. When I say inventory, what immediately comes in your mind? Quickly type in the chat box. Inventory. Now, whether you are manufacturing, whether you are service industry, whichever industry, this is applicable to you. In manufacturing also, this is applicable. Service also is applicable. Inventory. It is stock, exactly. Stock, material, godowns, goods, exactly. It's called inventory, right? So in the manufacturing, it is nothing but your raw material inventory, your WIP, which is work in progress, your finished good inventory, your in-transit inventory, your spares and consumable. There are so many types of inventories. Now, traditionally, inventory is considered to be an asset of the organization. But Lean says inventory is a waste because more the inventory, more your money is blocked in the form of material. See the different perspective. So traditionally, inventory, accountants used to consider inventory as an asset. But Lean says inventory is actually liability. You have to reduce the inventory to basically convert it faster into the finished product and the profitability. So according to Lean, inventory is the waste. The next one is called motion waste. Motion. Motion meaning unnecessary stretching, bending, walking, etc. For example, I'm sitting here. My printer is 50 meters away from me. So for every printout, I have to walk across 50 meters, come back 50, 100 meters I have to walk for every printout. It's a sheer waste of my energy, my time, my focus, etc. Okay, so it's called motion waste. Unnecessary walking, stretching, bending, poor design, poor layout of the office, factory, etc. gives birth to motion waste. Okay. Then comes waiting. W is for waiting. Waiting meaning any kind of waiting. Customer is waiting, supplier is waiting, operator is waiting, material is waiting, decision is pending. Anything which is waiting, it's called a waste according to Lean. Then comes overproduction. Overproduction meaning you are producing more than the demand. If the demand is 1,000 and you are producing 1,200, additional 200 is overproduction. You are overrunning the production, which you are creating nothing but the inventory, which itself is a waste. Okay. And the second one stands for over processing. A lot of people get confused here. What is the difference between overproduction and over processing? Okay. Let me give you an example of this. Let's say if I am a nut bolt manufacturer, let's say, okay. And this is my, let's say, bolt. And we are making half threaded bolt like this. We are making half threaded bolt like this. Now, but customer, customer is asking for half threaded bolt. That is, I'm a bolt manufacturer and customer is asking for half threaded bolt. But instead of that, I'm giving a full threaded bolt. It is over processing. Customer is not willing to pay for it. Customer is not asking for it, but I'm over processing it. which requires cost, which requires energy, which requires manpower, which requires resources. Okay, so unnecessary processing is called overprocessing. Overproduction is more production than the demand. Are you clear, Abhayji? Are you clear with this difference? Overproduction, overprocessing, which you were asking about. Clear hand? Okay, and then the last one is called defect. Defect is anything which goes beyond specification limit is a defect, as we have seen earlier. Okay, if the specification limit is 30 minutes pizza delivery, if you're delivering after 30 minutes, it's a defect. Clear? So lean basically identifies the team wood, 7 different types of waste, and eliminate it from the system. That is the role of lean. Are you clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. Take a screenshot of this.